Okay, so now we've learned, everybody up here now. So we've learned a lot about shapes. And instead of showing you just a regular video that I normally show you, I'm going to do what I call a live performance, which I'm going to show you up here. There's my hand, but you're going to look up there at the screen, okay? Now, what we are going to make today is a shape robot on this piece of paper. Now, if I have for you these blocks that are shapes, right? I have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided shape, which is called a hexagon. And I have a, what?
Star.
And a, do you remember this one?
Trapezoid.
Awesome, trapezoid and
Triangle.
excellent. And another, and a diamond or rhombus, and a, that's an easy one.
Square.
Excellent. And I even have some different rhombus or diamond shapes there too. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take these shapes.
I think some of those are flat.
These are all flat shapes. And we are going to take this colored construction paper. And we are going to create a robot to help us with our chores. You get to decide, or whatever you want. You get to decide what your robot is going to be for. Now, I will tell you this. If you make your shapes these small, and you cut your shape, and you cut it, and you cut it like this, and you're like, wait, first of all, is this even a shape?
No.
That's not a shape with a name, is it? That shape does not have a name. That's what we would call an organic shape. We'll get into those later. That's a no-name shape. We don't want any node shapes. We want shapes that have a name. Now, if you make these tiny little shapes, you're going to end up with a tiny little robot. It's so small. On this big, giant piece of paper. Is that something we want? No, not really. So we got these big pieces of paper. Now you can, I want you to start with some simple shapes, which we learned about. There is a simple shape. What is it? You can use this as your body, or if you would like, you can cut it in half. And this particular rectangle will yield a smaller rectangle. Or we can cut it down a little bit, and that would just be a straight line across to create a square. We could have that as a square or even as a rhombus or a diamond, right?
You know, that looks
Pretty cool.
like a diamond.
It does. When I have it like this, when I have it like that, it's what?
Square.
That's pretty cool, right? Diamond, square, haha, it's the same thing, just about what direction to put it in. This kind, if I put that in half, with my skinnier rectangles there, some of my rectangles, if I put them in half, it just turns, as we know from our other project, into a square. And if I fold my square in half, what do I end up with? A rectangle again. That's right, we know that from our other project. Now, if I want a skinny rectangle, I could take this and I could fold it in half again and make it an even skinnier rectangle, couldn't I? You know what else I could do? I could just cut off the edge of this, just like that. And there I have a skinny rectangle for maybe some legs that I'm going to do like that, or even arms if I'd rather. So I could either fold a rectangle in half to make a skinnier rectangle, or I could just cut off the edge of one of my scrap papers to make my rectangle arms. Now, check this out. Check this out. Let's say I want a triangle. I can just take one of these and I can just cut a diagonal line across there and I get a triangle, don't I? That's pretty cool, right? And look what happens. If I take this triangle, you can see this triangle here, and I cut off the tip, what do I end up with?
A
A trapezoid. Just like that. You guys need to put your scissors in. I'm going to take this square here. I'm going to take, well, first I'm going to make a square. Make a square. Cut in half. Now watch this. cut a corner, cut a corner, cut a corner, and cut a corner. What do I have now? An octagon that I could use as my head there. Pretty awesome, right?
Maybe we can make that as a stop sign.
I could. I mean, it's a red octagon. Now, you know what else I can do? I can cut the corner off of that, and I can make more of a circle just by cutting off all those little corners. And now I have a circle, don't I? So instead of having a red octagon head, I think I'm going to have a circle head.
Well, if you had an octagon instead of stop, then it would like camouflage with the stop.
Maybe it would. All right, now I need...
What's the foot?
Oh my gosh,
The robot lost the foot.
sure did. Let's see here. I'm going to take that corner. I'm going to turn it into a triangle. And then I'm going to cut this corner and this corner. And I got another diamond shape too. That's another way to make a diamond shape, isn't it?
Look at the little tiny head.
Or I could just make triangles there. I think I'm going to go with a triangle there. Triangle there. Now, does my robot have any buttons yet? No, my robot doesn't have any buttons or face or anything. And, or anything fun. What I'm going to do now, waiting for you guys to be quiet. I think I'm going to trade out my legs for a hover pack. And then what I'm going to need then is I'm going to need some circles, aren't I? Oh, it's going to either be a hover pack or I could put round things on there. Just
I
like,
would do a hover pack with legs.
there you go. Now, I need buttons and controls and a face. And one of the things that you can do, is you can take these blocks that I have for you and you can trace them. Now, if I was going to, boys and girls, if I was going to trace this, let's see here. Let's see if Miss Coon can figure out how to trace something. Let's see, do I just put it in the middle like that and cut it out of the middle of a piece of scraps? No. No, I don't do that. That's wasting. So I put it on the side, right? I put it on the side and I just start tracing it, right? Did that work out for me? What do I need to do? Hold it down. Okay. I'm just going to hold it really lightly over here. Why did that work?
You said you hold it too light.
I held it way too light, didn't I? I need to hold it down really hard, don't I? Hold it down really hard. And now I'm tracing it. And as I'm tracing it, I hit my fingers and I freak out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't trace it anymore. I'll just trace around my fingers there. Does that work for me?
You have to move your fingers over to the side.
I have to move my fingers when I get to them. Okay. All right, so I'm going to hold this down hard, right? I'm going to trace it nicely. And then when I get to here, I am a freak out on I can't finish it.
No, put a line through.
No, I just put it back, right? I just put it right back where I was tracing it and move my fingers.
Put a line through it.
And I just go and finish it, right? With my fingers out of the way.
You did it.
Now it's time for me to cut this out. So I just am gonna cut that out there, right? Like that.
No.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna use a very teeny tiny tip of my hand. I'm gonna use a teeny toppy top and just kind of eat at it for a while. There, is that good enough?
No.
Is that's not good enough?
No.
You're You're right, it doesn't look anything like a trapezoid. Okay, so we know in kindergarten, we know that the proper way is to carefully line our scissors up with the line and just cut it, right?
Yeah.
And we're not gonna like nibble. We just cut it nicely, okay?
Not like this.
Cut it nicely.
Don't eat it.
Cut it nicely. Now,
Don't do it.
okay, now that I have this perfect trapezoid, which I've traced, I can put it right there. And then I might take another color, and now I want two eyes. I want two eyes. Now check this trick out. This is pretty awesome. I'm going to take my scrap paper. I'm going to fold it in half. I think some of you can guess what I'm going to do. So for my two eyes, I'm going to take my pencil. I'm going to trace nicely, moving my finger out of the way when I need to. I'm going to do nice, careful cuttings with both pieces of paper at the same time, pinching those together. And then, it's exactly right, because I've cut out two pieces of paper at once, I've got my two triangles for my two eyes right there.
It looks like a jack-o'-lantern.
It kind of does. Or I can use this as my buttons. As I do my shapes, I'm going to actually glue it down with my glue stick, right? Put some glue stick down. Glue it down nicely with my glue stick. Okay? Does that robot look done yet? No, it's not done. It's not done. It needs more buttons. It might even need more arms. It needs eyes. It might need an antenna. So I'm going to work on my robot while you guys work on your
There's a
robot.
broken arm.
Its arm's broken. So I'm going to finish up my robot, and I'm going to get you guys started on your robot.